Hello everyone, I am Frosty Eskimo, and a friend recommended to me that since I play Bastion so much, I should critique some of the pros on their Bastion gameplay. And so with the new Overwatch World Cup spectator, I will now be able to view from the perspective of pros. So this first match, I did look at this matchup beforehand because this is the only match in the World Championships that I believe anyone went Bastion, and those two people were SureFour and BoomBox. The first round, sorry, going to be BoomBox, as you can see here. So I'm going to be looking at his perspective right now and critiquing what he is doing as Bastion. So, hold on. Right off the bat, the team comp that they've got is a double sniper, which, I don't know what they're trying to do here with 3 DPS and only Mercy solo healing. Mercy really, because of all of the nerfs that she's recently gotten, she isn't really the best at solo healing. I personally would have gone a Moira, because, you know, more area healing and stuff like that. Mercy can't really pocket the Bastion or anyone in particular because she's going to need to be healing everyone, since nobody on this team comp has self-heal except for the Bastion, of course, which I'll get to later. Don't worry. But I personally would have swapped out one of these. Well, I know BoomBox is the designated support player, but I would have personally a good comp overall. The enemy team comp that they're going up against, Note and Agilities and SureFour are all three really good Bastion counters. But XQC, Crimzo, and Benny are actually really hard countered by Bastion. So let's just see what BoomBox does right now. So, okay. Right off the bat, Fusions just gets almost one shot because it took them a while to get their shield up, but I'm not critiquing the Arista, I'm critiquing the Bastion. So Bastion's already set up, that's good. The shield's almost down, which isn't good. Let's see who he's targeting. He's shooting at the D.Va with Defense Matrix up. You see, when D.Va has her Defense Matrix up, she actually negates all damage, which is something that one of the basic things that her ability does. So the more that BoomBox is shooting into it, the more he's just wasting ammo. So he does get like a tick or two onto Note. Note's at about took about 50 damage from that. 50 damage for about 50 ammo isn't really that great for Bastion. He reloads, and there isn't really anyone near him, so, like, it's not much, just nitpicking at this point. So yeah, you're just going. He ticks Agilities, but Agilities runs away. This is a really nice pull on Fusion's part, so if BoomBox were still in turret form, he could have, like, half-hit KYB, possibly. Oh, he flew away, so probably would have been less, but still. Yes, Fusion still got hit by the arrow, even though he got up to try to run away. So he self-heals, even with the Mercy pocketing him. Not really anyone's taking damage, so I guess the solo Mercy is working at the moment. He's healing himself at full. He's at full health, he's got a Mercy pocketing him, and he's just wasted half of his reserves. This isn't, like, this like D.Va's Defense Matrix. There's not a lot of abilities like this. It's on reserve, it's not on a cooldown. It takes time to come back, so you have to be really cautious about how you use it, because it takes a while to come back. It's not like Moira's where you can make it go faster by doing damage, you just have to wait. But this right now isn't the problem. I like how he's switching targeting from shooting at the D.Va to shooting at the Hanzo down here. His aim's a little off, he's shooting a bit low. Let me just try to go back like a fraction of a second to see. Can I get this? Yeah, I'm going at 25% speed to see how his And granted, this is a support main, I get it. He's not supposed to be. So he sees him there, yeah, he switches. The tracking's god-awful. I mean, he's a Lucio main, so, I mean, I can't... He's not supposed to be god tier at tracking, but still. Also, he's got the Mercy healing him again. He's got the damage boosting, but I'm pretty sure Cruz is switching to healing. There we go. Is XQC, like, jumping on top of them right now? Yeah. So, I don't know why XQC is trying to jump on top of these two, because usually, like, 9 times out of 10, you don't want to try to jump on top of the Bastion as Winston, especially without ulti, because Bastion will just mow you down, because Bastion is a huge counter to Winston, even harder than Reaper, in my opinion. But anyway, so let's see what happens here. So let's just play this real quick. We'll keep it in 25% speed for now. He's still healing himself when he's at... He's not at full health, but he gets up. I personally do not like this. I do not like the fact that he's getting up right now. He's only got the Winston. He's got KYB over here. Let me just move that out of the way for a second. He's got KYB focusing, targeting on the Zen. He's got a D.Va over here that's trying their best. Smacks. There really isn't that much. SureFour is not even focused on. Like, these two Widows are just going at it. They don't even know what's happening. I mean, that's what Widows are supposed to do. They're just supposed to take out the other Widow and then focus on the rest. But anyway, so yeah. Let's see how this goes. So he's healing himself. Okay. He's at full health about now. He stops. Okay, that's good. He hops into turret form. I like this. I really do like this play right here, because he's away out of the sight line from the D.Va and the Hanzo that's trying to attack him, so it's just him and the Winston. And I believe he confirms the kill on the Winston because of the Zarya bubble. No, Zarya. Not Zarya bubble. I'm so sorry. Orisa halt. So yes, because of that, he does get the kill on XQC. That was XQC not knowing how to handle Bastion. So they're up right now, basically. Sorry about that. That's my furnace. So that's just the D.Va left, trying to contest the point, and the Mercy. So, okay. Mercy pick, I like it. They get all set up. I think it's just the... Yeah, he doesn't know where, so I get it. I would have done the same exact thing. I would just sprayed randomly because someone's contesting the point. Really good so far, only Chinese nitpicks at the moment. He should be telling someone to go kill him. Yeah, I think Note just left. No, Smacks just left to go get him. This right here, I believe, is the part that I have the most problem with coming right up. So it's just the Zen up there. XQC already died diving the Winston. Not, what am I talking about? Diving BoomBox. Let me put this at 25% speed again, so I can watch this out of BoomBox's view. So just back up a bit. So we've got just these two on the point. And XQC tries to contest by just himself. Now, XQC is the only one that's getting up. So why is BoomBox getting out of turret form right here? There's no reason that he should be getting out of turret form. The Winston hasn't even used bubble yet. He uses it now. But still, like, he's not even trying to he's not trying to shoot. He's just healing and walking away. At full health, by the way. So anyone who doesn't know, Mercy actually does out-heal just by herself Winston, like, a Winston lightning gun. So, literally just the Mercy healing the Bastion. Especially with armor. Winston does, like, no damage to armor with his lightning gun. So Bastion should not be healing here. He's at full health, and he's only getting tickled, which is getting healed back. He should be in turret form, just melting XQC right now, which is his job since there's two other snipers focusing on their stuff. So he's running away. He's used up... Hold on, let me just let this run out for a bit. He's hiding back here. Okay, yeah, I get it. He's trying to hide away from people. But he's also running away from his Orisa, which is not something that you want to be doing as Bastion. He's still healing himself, by the way. He's not shot at all since this fight started. And now he's still at full health. The entire time he was using up his self-heal. He was on 300 HP. He could have killed XQC and probably done, like, half of Note's health by now. If he'd just sat down next to the Orisa and gotten turret form and just mowed them down one by one. And now, so now he runs out of juice, so he hops into turret form. So now, he's in turret form, behind the Orisa shield, which, you know, he's got Winston right here, D.Va right here, Lucio right here. He's got SureFour in the back, over there, who's running away from the D.Va, granted, but still has sight on him. And guess how much healing he has for himself? He has nothing. He cannot. He's dead here. He's just actually. There's nothing he can do. He shoots at the D.Va, which. Personally, I believe that he should have gone after XQC because one, D.Va not only takes like more damage to kill than Winston because she has extra armor and the fact that, you know, she has the defense matrix that can just eat everything. Also, she can get back into her mech if she gets out of mech and survives. So, her being on, Note being on that, you know, 4th HP doesn't really do much. So let me just speed this up a bit. I don't care about everyone else, I'm just focusing on the Bastion because I do not play. I am not qualified, per se, to talk about, you know, actual meta heroes that these people, you know, main. So I'm just talking about Bastion at the moment. So he's coming back, okay. So let me just stop right here. This is just a little nitpick, okay? So he's up here, okay. Their Hanzo just used Sonic Arrow. So Winston is very visible, you can see because the red's highlighted. That, you know, everyone has vision. You can tell if everyone has vision if they're full, their silhouettes are full. So let's say, like, you see the Zenyatta, he's empty on the inside. That means they do not have vision on him. Well, like, see through walls vision, per se. SureFour did use his ulti, so everyone on UK is being seen. So, yeah. But, Agilities just do Sonic Arrow, and can see XQC right now. Everyone on Canada can see XQC. Not Canada, UK. Sorry, I'm getting confused. So he has, BoomBox does have vision on XQC right here, but as you can see, without attempting to try and even shoot, he just walks right past. Granted, he couldn't have gotten a lot of damage on, but still, he could have done. He didn't even bother looking in the general direction. Okay, so the reason I'm not skipping ahead is because there's another thing that happens right here that I'm also not the biggest fan of. Everyone's going in. His Mercy... Okay. The team's solo healer just died, so everyone on UK should be backing up right now, because they have no way to keep themselves alive. Did you guys hear that? Let me just replay that right quick here, okay? Just for anyone who didn't catch that right there. So this is at 0.25% speed, by the way. So, well, 25% speed, sorry. So, he's at 97%. He gets his ulti at 22:22 and uses it at 22:21. Less than a second. This is pure, it's blue, press Q. He has no one in his vision. He only has the ulting Winston in his vision. Granted, I guess maybe they were trying to just switch off of the Bastion since it wasn't working, so he just wanted to use his ulti. But, like, God, this is such a horrible play. There's literally no one that he can effectively use this ulti on. So, he shoots one right at the Winston. So, okay. I'm sorry, BoomBox, but, like, come on. Come on. The shield's right here. The Widowmaker is shooting you. Right up there. Can you see her from your perspective? Yes, you can very clearly see her. She's almost in the middle of your screen. You can very blatantly see the Widowmaker shooting you. You know that there's a shield behind you. Because you bob and weave, with some of your vision poking through it, but most of your body's still sticking out. So why not just take the half a step back? Or at least heal yourself during your ultimate. Fun fact about Bastion's ultimate is that there's such a delay in between each of the shots that you can heal yourself a tiny bit. That is something that not a lot of people know, I get it. But, like, and I know this guy doesn't play Bastion, so these are just things as someone who plays a lot of Bastion just notice. So yes, he's not standing behind the barrier. He is trying to focus. He could have one-shot agilities. Actually, hold on. When does he shoot the first shot? Let me get to his perspective. So he ults. Agilities is right here. Crimzo is also right here. Crimzo is huge value right here. Because Crimzo is a healer. And with their only other healer being Lucio, they really don't have any heals. Zen is basically the main healer for them. So if he flicked to the right here and got the Crimzo, or Agilities. Agilities has ulti, so Agilities and Crimzo both are huge value, because each of a Bastion's turret shells do about 200 damage, or a little over 200 damage, I think. A direct hit. So, he should not be trying to shoot the ulting Winston. If he wanted to kill the ulting Winston, he should have just stayed in turret form. He should be focusing either Crimzo, Agilities, or SureFour. Literally anyone other than the person he's attacking right now. So, thank God he gets the actual shot. He backed up. You saw that he saw that there's a barrier there, and he still goes forward. So he's got the attention of both Agilities and SureFour. So he's trying to shoot at them now instead of the ulting Bastion. He whiffs. He doesn't get that. He's now being attacked. He's getting smacked around by the ulting Winston. So he turns back his focus instead of... Which I get, yeah, he's causing a disruption. This right here is just unlucky. He bumps himself right into the bridge. Yeah, it happens. And right here, he has one last shot left. So he completely misses the Zenyatta. And hits Agilities, but Widowmaker gets the headshot anyway, so it really didn't matter. So congratulations, you got one person with that ulti. And I believe he does, after this, just run right back to spawn and switch. So, he does not go Bastion for the rest of this match. So, yes, that is all for UK. Now, that is not the only time that either team decided to go Bastion. Actually, right after the round 1 completes, Canada's turn is up. So, they decide they want SureFour on Bastion. I love SureFour. SureFour is one of my favorite players. I am a huge LA Gladiators fan. I love Big Goose, I love Hydration, I love SureFour, I love all of those guys. When they're playing the people that they're best at. SureFour is an amazing Widowmaker, he's an amazing Reaper, he's an amazing Sombra. He really should not be playing Bastion. Their team comp right now is Winston, Bastion, Ana, Zarya, Mercy, and Symmetra. 2 healers, that's good. Okay. These 2 healers are good. Like, pretty much the best if you're trying to do pirate ship. Possibly, for pirate ship, either Ana or Zen works really well. Possibly even Moira. Ana works too. Mercy is like, you know, a must-have. Symmetra, which you'll see why they thought it was a good idea to go Symmetra. XQC is a Winston one-trick. Not saying that he only plays Winston, but he's the best Winston in the world, in my opinion. And then Note is going Zarya. Note's a... So, this team is not meant for pirate ship. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but this isn't a pirate ship comp. As soon as they get onto that payload, the only shields that Bastion will have is Zarya, which is single target and, like, flimsy, goes away after 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds or something like that. And then the Winston bubble, which is basically paper. So they drop the teleporter on top of the King Shack, or the Queen Shack, sorry. So they teleport onto this wonderful building right here. Let me put this in quarter time so I can commentate on this a bit better. So they teleport on top of it. Let's check the timer as soon as they teleport on top of it. They can see, okay, by the way, they know that they're all in there. They saw the D.Va, they saw the Zarya. Not sure if they saw everyone else, but they know that there's the 2 main tanks are in there. So probably there's pretty much everyone else. And they know that there's a Mei. So he teleports in at 3:55. Yeah. So he goes into turret form immediately. Realizes that he cannot see anything. Anything. Moves a bit to the side. So he's looking around. He's really not doing anything. He's not helping at all. He's sitting up here waiting for something to happen. It took him 7 seconds. 8 seconds to get from the top of there onto the payload. That is an insane amount of time that he spent not doing anything helpful for the rest of the team. So he drops onto the payload. He shoots, gives Zarya, unloads all of his bullets into the Zarya bubble. Okay, well, D.Va defense matrix is most of it. But let me just check. Okay. He's on 40%. Okay. Not, like, you know, horrible, but yeah. Still pretty bad. He's still shooting at the defense matrix. There's a defense matrix and a bubble. A Zarya bubble. Right in front of him. He should not have still been. I need to go back. So he's on the point. He's shooting at the Zarya bubble. From, you know, full second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds. He just decides to get up and walk to the left. I don't know why he goes to the left here. He's walking away from the rest of his team. The rest of his team, he's got Mercy and D.Va and Ana, all to his right, and Symmetra, by the way, all to his right. XQC is only a hair to the left. Now watch what SureFour does right here. This really made me question. He starts shooting to the left and recon, which he should be doing. He's feeling himself at full. I mean, get it, yeah. He stops immediately. Yeah. So that's about, like, he just tapped it by accident or something. He's shooting. He's still going to the left here. Now look at the positioning of everyone else. We've got Note here. We've got D.Va here by herself. Bastion here by himself. We've got Mercy here by herself. We've got Ana here by herself. We've got Symmetra here by herself. Oh, and there's Winston, just in the sky. So, UK is all clumped up right here, and they can go... They're one unit. They can focus anyone that they want. And on a team comp of just Bastions, so you can just target any person in particular. In this case, it happens to be the Bastion. So they all turn around. Notice how... Watch. Crimzo is right here. The Ana. One of the main healers. They walk right past her because they want to focus the Bastion. Because the Bastion is the main focus point of this team. So, he gets Fire Strike, he gets everything. He just gets completely focused. He had no chance right there because he was split off from the rest of his team. Bastion is really team reliant. And if you get separated like that against a team that actually knows what they're doing, then you stand basically no chance. So I believe he does switch off of Bastion immediately after that, because they realized how it wasn't working. So yeah, he switches to Widowmaker. So yeah, that was basically it. That was all I had to say about the pros. I'm not saying anything against these guys. The Bastion is a very niche hero that not a lot of people know the pluses and minuses of, like how you're supposed to play him, and like little tips and tricks. So on that note, yeah, if you guys liked this type of informative video about how to play Bastion and stuff, leave a like and comment down below what you think I should do next. If you want me to watch streams where I can't really like hover around like this and just go from like what the spectator decides to spectate and try to commentate on that, then yeah, I'll definitely do that. But on that note, I guess I'll sign off. Have a nice day, everyone, and remember to stay frosty.